Hello there, fellow peasants. So today I'm going to be talking with you about films that have the occult in them, good witchcrafty, satanic movies to watch around Halloween, anything to do with kind of witches, witchcraft, the occult, stuff like that, demons, all that crazy shit. I got 6 movies here that I want to recommend. These are in no particular order. One of these is my favorite movie of all time, but these are not in order. This is not a ranking of any sort. These are just 6 movies that I'm recommending to you to watch this Halloween season if you want to get into a witchy vibe. So anyway, the first one is Rosemary's Baby, written and directed, I believe, by Roman Polanski. Good movie, classic film. It was one of the first to bring horror into the modern age. It wasn't so much in castles and doing the Dracula type thing. Rosemary's Baby brought it into a modern situation where it's just a young couple living in a New York apartment, and there's devil worshippers living next door, and they offer her husband a deal, and he takes the deal. And I'll let you figure out what that is. It'll be more shocking if you figure out what that deal is that he makes with them as you watch the film. So I'm not going to spoil that. But definitely check it out. It's a horror staple. Next is The Wicker Man. The Wicker Man is a movie about a girl who goes missing in Scotland. A police officer who's also a very religious man. He's a Christian man. He goes up there to investigate because he gets word that someone's missing. He goes up there to investigate, and the people up there are, they're pagan, and they do occult practices that he's not accustomed to, and they're a little creepy, and so he's kind of put off by them, and he's trying to get answers out of them, but nobody's wanting to work with him to find this girl who's missing. Some of them say, they never knew who she was, or she's not missing at all, so they're not very consistent. But yeah, so The Wicker Man. Definitely check this one out. Next is The Witch, written and directed by Robert Eggers. This movie's awesome, very good. It takes place up in New England. This Puritan family leave their colony. They move out into the woods. Their baby gets taken by a witch, and there's a whole bunch of drama in the family about, who took the witch, who allowed the witch to be taken, are one of the children a witch, and so it's a good horror film and a drama about this family and their paranoia during the 1600s and in the early United States. And they're just paranoid about the devil and witches and witchcraft. And so it's a really great film to watch this time of year. And once again, highly recommended. Good stuff. Next, The House of the Devil, written and directed by Ty West. This is a great film. Once again, girl goes off to college. She's trying to get an apartment. She's looking for money. She sees a posting at the school saying that they need a babysitter. She goes out to their house. The guy's creepy as shit. He says, look, I don't actually have a kid. I just want you to watch my sick mother who lives upstairs while me and my wife go out for the night. And she takes him up on it, and it doesn't go very well, to say the least. I'm not going to tell you anymore. It'll spoil it. But it's a very creepy film. Great film. It's set in the 80s, and I didn't know until maybe a couple years after I watched the movie that it wasn't actually shot in the 80s. They do such a good job with the cinematography and everything that it looks like it was shot in the 80s. Next is my favorite film of all time, which I will be doing a video on this at some point, going into more detail. But that is Roman Polanski's The Ninth Gate, starring Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is kind of a book detective, book collector type thing. He works with a client named Boris Balkan, and his job, he's assigned to find these 2 other copies of this book called The Kingdom of the Shadow, or The Nine Gates of the Kingdom of the Shadows. And because his client has one copy, but there's 3 books. And so his client wants him to go study the other 2 copies to find any discrepancies, because this guy wants to pull the devil out of the books and it's not working. And so he sends Johnny Depp off to look at these other 2 copies, but there's issues along the way. These satanic cultists try to kill him, try to stop him from getting a hold of these books because they want them for themselves. And yeah, so it's very interesting. And the last movie to recommend is 1976's The Omen. This is the trilogy pack. I like all 3 of the films. I even like the remake too. But the first one is the best. It's great. Good 70s horror. Good 70s demonic horror. I just watched this with my parents a few weeks ago. It's a good time. Basically, this U.S. politician, him and his wife have a baby, but it dies. And this priest says, "Hey, while you're here, I have another baby, and your wife doesn't have to know. We'll swap it out." And he agrees. But the kid they swap it out with is the Antichrist, the son of the devil. And so Damien, he kills people along the way, and the parents slowly have to figure out, like, oh crap, this kid is the devil. I have to now kill my kid. So there's a whole journey that this father has to go on to figure out how to handle what's going on with this kid. So it's really good. Once again, it's 70s. 70s was the best of the horror genre for me. But that's it, guys. Those are the 6 movies to watch if you want to get into an occult, witchy, witchcraft, satanic atmosphere, vibe, mood this Halloween. So check these out if you have the time. I know Halloween is on Monday, so we're running out of time to get all these movies in. But check at least 1 or 2 of these out. I promise you won't be let down. If you've already seen all of these movies, then you know what I'm talking about. These are great films. That's it. Other than that, have a good one, peasants. Peace out. Bye-bye.